Hi guys! It's gonna fall a little bit. I am going to do this video. It was a request. Somebody asked me to make a video kind of explaining the differences between RealCare 2 Pluses and 3s. So, I have Cynthia and Danny. And I'm already gonna apologize in advance. I'm in my pajamas. So, you might see that. People have seen me in my pajamas in videos before, so it's not like it's a huge deal. Anyways, like I said, I had a request between the difference between a 2 plus and a 3, now that I have a 3. I plan on redoing my difference between the babies videos coming up. Probably won't be till March sometime. Almost the end of February already anyways, but it probably won't be till mid-end of March, just because when I did those differences between baby videos, I did not have a RealCare3 and I did not have an original RealCare, and obviously now I have 2 3s. And I have an original RealCare that I'm actually going to be trading. I had one for sale, and my friend Kim and I kind of been talking back and forth about trading for her original RealCare or Gen 6. And at first I didn't want to go ahead and do it because I really do not care for those dolls. I know I personally would never have it on, but then I got to thinking, I'm like, you know what, she really wants a Hispanic boy. I'm fine with doing the trade. I can do videos with him and demos with him before I end up trading up, because he is a light African boy. So eventually I would like to get the light African boy as a RealCare3, 2 or 2 plus. So that was kind of my thought idea. But right now I'm just going to do the comparison video that I got the request on. So we have got Cynthia over here, who is a RealCare2 Plus, a Caucasian female, and Danny, who is a Native American boy or American Indian, I believe is what Reality Works calls them, RealCare3. The dolls themselves aren't much different. Looking at them, like, they both have their outfits on. The outfits look pretty much the same, but there are some differences with the dolls. One thing I forgot to grab, you guys are probably going to see some pajamas, is a charger, and I have some over here. First of all, things that are similar. They both use these chargers. I sell these on eBay. See, it's brand new in the box. Just going to pop it out of the box to kind of show you. It is, there's kind of what it looks like. Like I said, if you look at some of my other videos, there are links to my eBay account that shows where I sell these, and these work for the 2 pluses and the 3s. So that is the same thing for both of them. I just didn't grab 2 of them. Like I said, I just grabbed that out of there, obviously. The other thing that is the same with them, the IDs. These are my 2 dead IDs, but I still have them. But they both use these black IDs that are not black, dark gray, and then they have in black numbers on them. So both of them use those. They also both use the diapers. These are the green patch and the yellow patch diapers. Actually, the RealCare 2, 2 Plus, and 3 all use these diapers. The same yellow and green diapers, and all 3 of them use these IDs. The 2s do not use the charger, they are just batteries. And that's kind of where some of the differences stop. Oh, they also use the same bottles. I don't have any RealCare bottles. Take that back. I do, but I really can't reach the boxes. So I just pulled down some of the bottles that I made. These are 2 of my Tommy Tippy bottles. These ones are my personal ones. I do have some of the pink ones for sale once again. But these are for my own personal collection. I have blue, pink, white, and purple. But they both use the bottles. I just grabbed a pink and blue one. And yeah, they use the same one. All the RealCare babies, including Generation 6, excuse me, all use the same bottles. You can also use a pacifier with, okay, is it going to focus? A pacifier, this is one of them I made. This is just a white Tommy Tippy one. You can use a pacifier with some poster putty. I just put it, like, knead it up, put it on here, and then attach it to their face, because obviously they fall. So you can do that as well. Some people don't like having the pacifiers be able to be active with the babies. So I'm going to flip them over and kind of start showing some of the differences. So there's a piece of my daughter's hair on her. So like I said, this is a RealCare2 Plus. Here's her back. You can see RealCare2 Plus, and there's where her charging is. That's the emergency stop button, and then here is where you close them. On the back, this looks exactly like a 3, except for it says RealCare2 Plus. He, on the other hand, I shouldn't say on the other hand, he looks, once again, identical. The backs look identical. Here's his. It says RealCare Baby 3. Same charging spot and same spot to open baby, as well as emergency stop. So, just looking at the dolls, to tell the difference is the backs. Although you could switch the plates around where hers said 3 and his said 2. So you kind of need to watch out for that on eBay, because I have seen one auction where I don't know how it happened, but the doll's plates got switched around, and the seller had listed some of the RealCare3 baby products with the doll that said 2 Plus on it. So I contacted the seller, because sometimes I do try to be helpful on eBay to other sellers. So like if you've got a baby and you're showing a picture of it and the back says 2 Plus, but you're selling it with items from the 3, you know, that might confuse a buyer, as well as the one that had the 3 back plate just had an outfit on. Okay guys, my battery's about to die, so I will be right back. Sorry about that, guys. So as I was saying, then the RealCare, the doll that had the 3 Plus back on it, was just in an outfit like this, and the top said RealCare2 Plus. Because where it says the 3, some of them said 2 Plus, some of them just said RealCare, and some of them said RealCare2. There was lots of versions of these tops that Baby Think It Over Now Reality Works made. So anyways, I contacted the seller, and I'm like, you know, I'm a little confused. I personally have 2 2s, or 2 3s, and 3 2 Pluses. And I go, you've got some of the outfits mixed up. You know, this outfit, and this outfit actually goes with the 3. And if you sell those with the 3, they would go together. And the lady's like, well, when I tested them, they worked on the one that I'm selling them with. Because when you run the demo test, and I'll talk about that later, through the X stick, it'll show which goes to what. If it's a RealCare2 Plus, it'll just have dashes, or if it's a RealCare3, it'll say it didn't pass because it didn't do those items. And then I'm like, well, then the back plates are swapped. So she's like, how do I fix that? And I told her, and so she was very kind and thanked me and was able to switch the correct ones. So anyways, because yeah, as a buyer, I'd be like, why are you selling the 3 items with the 2? What's wrong with this one versus that one? So enough of that rambling. The other, that's showing their outfits. The RealCare2 Plus, that's where everything kind of stops. It's got this outfit, you can put any clothes on it, it just has the diaper, the bottle, and the ID. The way to program the RealCare2 Plus initially was with this orange handheld. They also had a blue one in the same, like long-handled, I always call it the long-handled control, because there is that like square blue one for the original RealCare. But these came out with the RealCare 2s, and they worked with the 2 Pluses. When the 2 Pluses came out, they also had a communication pod, which I do not have a communication pod. To program the 2 and 2 Pluses, you have to have either this programs the original Gen 6, the 2, and the 2 Plus. You can program all 3 of them with this. Or, where'd it go? You can use this X stick, and you can program the 2 Plus and the 3. Both of them can be programmed with the X stick. And only the 2 Plus and these 2 can be programmed with the control. I don't know what I was just going to say. This one cannot be started or anything with the control unit. That one can be done with both of them. I just seriously lost my train of thought. So, to program them, neither of these can be turned on with the emergency on-off buttons. The only 2 that can happen with is the Gen 6 original RealCare or the RealCare 2. Those are the only 2 that can be turned off and on with that emergency start, stop. I have a video, a couple videos showing how to do that. So, I have seen a few eBay sellers try to say that you can turn on a 2 Plus, that way you can't. You can only use one of these 2 with the 2 Pluses, and you can only use this with the 3. So, that's how you program them. The RealCare 2s just have the outfit. That's it. You can dress them in any other thing. This is where the 3s change. The 3s upgraded to include temperature control. So the RealCare 3s all have clothes with IDs in them, or RFID chips. I showed these in a few other videos. Can't remember where all of them are. Okay, I know in the pants. So here's his pants. If I flip it around, here's one of the chips in his shirt, or his pants. And right here, you can kind of see pushing in the circle. That's the other ID chip in his outfit. So if he just has the top on, it will actually say, I believe, I can't remember how, it says top and bottom in the control software. So if a student walks around with just the shirt on the doll the whole time, it'll register that the doll never wore the pants. Or vice versa. There's also the onesie, which its chip is right here. And the doll can tell the difference between the chips. Here is the sleeper, and its chip is right there. As well as there is the cold weather, I think they call this the cold weather outfit, but basically it's a bunting. And where is its chip? It is right here. So, RealCare 3 baby can tell the difference between what outfit is wearing. It can also tell you, like, kind of the general temperature the doll is. So, and there's like a too cold zone, too hot zone, just right zone. The RealCare 3s, like I said, they have the temperature gauge in them. So if it's really, really, really hot out, it can, if you have it like in the warm weather bunting, obviously it's dressed inappropriately. So this is to kind of tell the teacher that the students are dressing baby appropriately. I believe, I can't remember who I saw it from. It was a different YouTube channel that they did RealCare3 baby for class, and it was very hot out, and they actually had the doll and nothing, and their teacher tried docking them, saying that the baby was too hot, and she's like, it's the temperature in my house. She goes, I don't have an air conditioner, so that's how hot it was in my home. That's the temperature I was in. I can't, how can I make baby cooler if I can't make anything else cooler? And she goes, as you can see, because she even showed her on the software, she goes, I didn't even have baby in the onesie because it was so hot, because in that case a baby would be hot in a onesie as well. I mean, I understand why they do that, but I also, like, in that instance, I see where it can be a negative, because it'll show baby was too cold or too hot in that instance. And like living down here in Texas, trying to do a baby like in late fall, early spring, or mid, like late April, even sometimes before April to May, it gets pretty hot here. August to September into October is pretty hot here as well. So I can see somebody getting docked saying that their baby is overheated when it's just the natural temperature outside. And then on the flip side, like up in North Dakota, it would show baby is too cold because I believe the temperature is like 75. Well, if you're walking from the car to the house and baby is in like a car seat and bundled up and in this warm weather bunting, it'll show baby red too cold. But to me as a teacher, if I was a teacher doing the project, I would see, well, it shows baby's temperature was 40 or 32 degrees, which, yes, that is basically dead baby, close to dead baby, because of the baby's temperature. Where if I can see, well, the student had the bunting on baby. The student had baby dressed appropriate, and it was very cold. So that's where there's kind of pluses and minuses to how the software is written. I wish that the teacher, and maybe there is a way and I just haven't figured it out, a teacher could go in and adjust them for the regional area. That's my only complaint about having the clothing like this. The other thing that the RealCare3 baby has is these car seat, what are they called? They're basically RFID cards that they go into the car seat. You place them about shoulder level, and it tells the teacher how long baby has been in the car seat. You can put these, some schools don't actually put these in the car seats. They actually have strollers that they check out instead of car seats that they put these with. They call them the car seat ones, but I have seen on YouTube sometimes, like, schools will talk, like they'll have a teacher talking about their program. And this was before like these even came out. I had seen a video on like a school in New York that does the Baby Think It Over Real Care project in school. But like in New York, a lot of people don't drive. Most people take the subway, public transportation, taxis, and walk. So those people, I mean, why would you give them a bulky car seat to carry around those students when you can just check out a stroller? And so like those schools would buy either like cheap umbrella strollers, which, would it be appropriate for like this age of baby? No. In real life, a newborn should not be sitting in an umbrella stroller. Basically babies that can sit up on their own, that's when they're ready to be in an umbrella stroller. Where younger babies need to either be more inclined so that they don't like kind of flop around and fall over, where like umbrella strollers have babies sitting pretty straight up. Or they purchased used strollers. That was like right around the time Craigslist was starting to come out, so the teacher had mentioned that they had gotten a few different strollers inexpensively, either donated from families that had the strollers and no longer needed them, or the teacher themselves bought like a $5, $10, $20 stroller off of Craigslist. So they market these for car seats, but I'm sure that teachers can put these in the strollers as well. They mark how long baby has been in the car seat. So, baby, if you take the baby home in the car seat, they have these in the car seat, and the student leaves the doll in the car seat pretty much the whole time. You know, when it's time to feed baby, they just put the bottle in baby's mouth, and they take and prop it up. And since the bottles or the babies, okay, I have this locked so that it can't rock. They just sit and rock the car seat as a trick, so that they don't really have to care for baby. Kind of prop the bottle up a little bit with like a blanket or a baby's hand. I've seen some of them use like the breastfeeding device. I don't have any of those. And then have it come down. They put a hat on and have it come down on their face, and then they just sit and rock baby. Well, this will now deter students from doing that, because if they're in the car seat just trying to rock baby while feeding them with a propped bottle, because the rocking part is supposed to be their anti-prop feature, because the original RealCare is you can just put that bottle in front of their face and walk away. So this is to prevent anti-prop. And so in the RealCare2s, they started the anti-prop. RealCare2 Pluses have anti-prop. So do RealCare3s, but they added these in so the student can't leave them in the car seat to like feed them and do everything. So, you know, you could fail. A student could have 100%, but if the teacher shows that basically the only time baby came out of that car seat was to have diaper changes or changing of clothes, more than likely they're not going to pass, because it'll show that baby was in the car seat the rest of the time. So that's kind of the quick differences between the 2 Plus and the 3. Like I said, I will be trading Kim probably next month sometime. We're going to do the trade. I'm going to trade her, like I said, one for her original RealCare Generation 6 baby. So I'll have one of those to be able to play around with for a little bit and do some kind of demonstration videos, because at that point in the demo videos, the only doll that I won't have is a RealCare, or not a RealCare, is a Generation 5 baby. And unless I find one on eBay for $20 shipped, I probably will never own one of those, just because their heads drive me nuts. That's another reason why I don't like Gen 6s. And that's partially also why I don't really like the electronic neonate. Aside from the electronic neonate and the Gen 6 have the same like blood-curdling instant cry, where the 2s to the 3s all kind of start out with a whimper and get gradually louder. The other ones just start crying right away. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see everyone later. Bye!